I think the difference between most of the other financial institutions and community banks is very simple. Community banks is a completely relationship-based business, and the other businesses aren't. My history is pretty simple. I grew up in a small town in southwestern Pennsylvania, part of a big family, one of 6 kids. Dad was a school teacher. My mom was a homemaker. When I went to school, I decided to major in business management and accounting. I audited a lot of community banks as part of my job in public accounting, and I thought it was a really genuine, wholesome, honest type of a business. Eventually, I got the opportunity. One of my clients called me and said, "We'd like you to come and work for us." So I left public accounting. I've been a community banker ever since then. My passion's probably increasing. I think it's a great business. I think it's an honest business. I think it's a trustworthy business. And I think the best thing that appeals to me about it is you can see the results of what you're doing. You can see that you're actually helping people. There's a direct correlation, and you're close enough to the customers that you actually get to see what happens. The next 3 to 5 years, I think there's a really big opportunity for almost every community bank, because the more and more people are looking at how they want to get serviced and who they want to handle their financial needs, they're becoming convinced that they want to connect with somebody more local, somebody who cares about them, and somebody who's familiar with their situation, rather than some big nameplate bank or other financial institution that doesn't really care. And more customers, particularly the millennial customers, that's extremely important to them. They're the ones that want nothing fake, anything like that. They want genuine. And if you can give them that, they're going to connect with you. The employee part of millennials is a challenge, but I think it's a challenge that we can win on. I think millennials are key to the future. They bring an energy and a connection and a commitment to the workplace that you can't duplicate. They have to believe in what they're doing. As long as you can explain what you're doing and get them to believe in what you're doing, they're really committed, and they're loyal, and they've got great energy, and they've got great ideas. Community banks use technology differently than the big banks do. In a community bank, it's a way to help you deal better with your customer. In the big banks, my feeling is that sometimes it's a way to eliminate some of the dealings with the customer, and it's done on an automated basis, and so there's never that connection that occurs, and you're not listening to what the customer really needs. You're giving the customer something and charging them a fee. And if you'd have asked me even 5 or 10 years ago, I wouldn't have thought that being an industry advocate was necessary. I figured that's something that the lobbyists did in Washington. One of the things I hope I can help happen at ICBA is to get more bankers involved in the advocacy process. It's becoming apparent that every single banker is going to have to get involved with the grassroots approach. It's part of your job. Like, you have these things you know you have to do. Now you also are going to have to get involved in engaging with the regulators, with the legislators, and the people like that, because they're the ones that are controlling the industry now. And if we don't speak up for our industry, we're going to get run over by everybody else. I think it's a lot of responsibility. It's actually humbling to think that you have this responsibility and that you're in some kind of a leadership situation, where I don't necessarily think of myself as some big leader. I think of somebody who cares about what I'm doing. I like working with people. I love being in community banking. And I think I can help along the way, but I think it's more of a collaborative type of a thing, because I don't think I certainly have all the answers.